I used to say I wanted to make money, but I couldn't work for more than an hour straight. I used to say I wanted to be pretty, like beautiful, handsome, but I wasn't taking care of myself. I used to say I wanted to be muscular, but when it come to dieting, I wasn't even able to hold a proper diet for even a short amount of time. So what I'm saying right now is that I was clearly lacking discipline. And the reason you're lacking discipline is may not the one that you think. Maybe it's because firstly you don't actually want these things, and it's all right. Like it's okay not to want something. Actually, it's a great thing. But I think that if you're a man and you lack desire, you may become very empty at some point. Because if you don't desire anything, that means you're not really working towards anything. You're just living your life, living your existence without any goals, without anything further, you know. And it's not a bad thing because you probably enjoy more than most people. But at the same time, for me, it would feel pretty empty. And the moment you realize that, it could hurt a lot. So, also, the reason you might be undisciplined is because we're so full of distraction right now. It's so easy to, you have something else distracting you. Like, you want to work on something. Like, yesterday night, I worked for 2 hours and it's not that much, but still, I had some shit to do because I'm working on a project right now. I'm working on a travelers group that I want to make public in a month. So I need to make a lot of like documentation. I need to work on the Discord server. I need to make everything clean, everything proper. I want it to be perfect when it comes out. Even though I'm not a perfectionist, I want something great. I want a great product. That's my priority. So I'm working very hard on that. And when I finished, I was like, I could have done more. I could have. I had this idea since a while because I've seen a lot of people doing the same thing, and it's something that really works. And I'm like, why didn't I work earlier on that? And the reason is because maybe I was making excuses, but maybe because just the easiest thing to do was to not do it. Because especially when you're starting something, the hardest part is always the beginning, because the beginning you don't have any result, you don't have any feedback, you don't even know what you're really getting into, so it's pretty hard to figure out what the fuck you're doing. And that's why it's so hard to stay disciplined, especially on the thing that you're starting, because firstly it feels uncommon, it doesn't feel normal, so it's out of your comfort zone, and it takes about 21 days to really make something a habit. So unless you haven't done something for 21 days, it's gonna be pretty hard. And it's the same, like even your bad habits, when you think about it, maybe scrolling before bed or whatever, you probably done that for way more than 21 days, no? So it's like a full blown habit in your life. And I'm actually really trying to get rid of that. And the good part about it is, so I used to always talk to people before I go to bed, which is not the case anymore because the thing is, I have 7 hours of jet lag with my girlfriend. So it's like she's sleeping whenever I'm going to sleep. I could go to sleep at 9 p.m. She will be sleeping already. So I don't have anyone to talk to. So I just leave my phone on my desk, and I'm reading a book. I read a book before I go to sleep because just this small habit makes me sleep better. And when I wake up, I'm feeling, you know, more like working because I usually read books on like money, power, like psychology, all these things. And when I wake up, I'm like, I can't be a slave tomorrow. And actually, I'm still in France for at least a month now, so it's like the last day of January right now, 31st, 31. I don't know how you say it, but last day of January when I'm recording this video. And the thing is, I have a clock ticking above my head that's saying like, if you're not disciplined, if you're not working hard enough right now, you're going to regret it, because when it will be time to leave, you probably may not leave as long as you want, or you probably won't have enough money to really like thrive for enough time. So I'm living with that fear. And fear is a great thing because it's something that I built myself. It's something that every human, we built our own fears, and it's because of trauma. It's because of all these things that we've been through. Usually fear is just a result of what we already experienced, and it's the projection of our parents' fear that they have on themselves usually. So that's how fear works. And I'm like, if I can never go past any fear, if I'm, I would have never made these videos on YouTube. I would have never started working out. I would have never go to, and talk to that girl that is not my girlfriend, or like any girl that I spoke to. Nothing in my life would have happened. I would never got a job. So if you don't go past that fear, you can actually not do anything. And that might be the reason you're undisciplined, because the things you want to do, the things you want to reach, they're out of your comfort zone, and you're actually scared of them. You're actually scared of getting them. What will happen if I am getting successful? I don't know how to manage that because no one around me is like that. So that's fear that you have when you're gonna talk to somebody to get an opportunity. Yesterday night I sent a message to one of my friends right now building an online community, and I was like, bro, dude, when I see your community, when I see how you're already doing, I'm pretty sure you will make a shit ton of money with that. And he's like, thank you. So we started talking a little bit. I give him some advice because I used to have a paid community as well. I'm going to make another one. So, I'm giving him some advice. And then he's like, do you want to join? I give you for free, and I'm like, yeah, for sure. Because then, firstly, I could help him. I was like, if you have an affiliate system or something, I will do it for you. I will invite people, whatever. And secondly, I'm like, if I can kind of work on that, if I can meet people in that community, that will only be like positive, because a lot of people are going to join, and I might meet a lot of people that are very smart or very disciplined, or that I can learn something from. So you should always look for that. You should always look for people you can like regard and be like, yeah, that guy is good. I can learn something from him. You should surround yourself with people like this, and that's going to make you more disciplined, because when everyone around you is working, and actually I noticed that, but when I was in Hanoi with my girlfriend, we were like, we both had shit to do, but my whole trip I didn't really work that hard. Like I wasn't really doing that much stuff compared to what I was supposed to do, and I got so productive for 2 days, because having someone around you that is working constantly, that's going to help you. So if you surround yourself with the great people, you don't even have to think about um, working. You don't even have to think about all these things, because it's already in their routine. So if you just hang around them, they're going to do it. So you know what I mean? It's like it's becoming so easy, and I'm not saying like you should dump your friends or whatever. I made a video about this, but you should be the one that actually influence your friend to do the same thing as you, to be disciplined, to work hard, because you want to. I mean, most people they want freedom. If you watch my video, you probably want freedom. You don't want to stay in the same job your whole life for 40 years and pray that you get retirement when you're like 65, and then enjoy for 5 years when you can't even enjoy because you're too tired, because you're already too old. Like, what's the point? You don't want that. So if you don't want that, make sure you're a follower of your own words. Like, if you say something, make sure you do things to get out of that situation that you hate. Like, you don't want to stay in the same place your whole life. That's how I see things. If you say you hate something, if you say you don't want to become something, you should work towards the fact to escape that situation that you hate. So if you're undisciplined, that probably means two things. That means, firstly, you don't hate enough the situation you're in, and secondly, you're probably scared. Okay, so if you work on those two things, you could be disciplined by tomorrow. That's only a mental game. And everything in life is a mental game. You just have to be able to handle your brain properly. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I see you guys tomorrow for the next episode.